So in the last video, 5 weeks ago, I was splitting those 6 hives into these hives right here. The other 6 hives are still in the original yard. It ended up that I turned those 6 into 20 hives. So now today, 5 weeks later, I'm going through and I'm adding boxes to all of these. Now some of these were absolutely bursting. If you remember, these are double nuke boxes. So there's 2 hives in all of those except for the ones where the queen didn't come back. And so I just pulled the divider out and let them be one big one. But I still put the doubles on top because that's the equipment I have. And this hive here, if you remember, was the one that was eating me up. I could not find a queen in it, but they had queen cells on each side. And now they each have a laying queen. So their emergency cells worked out, but they're not strong enough for their second box. But I'm going to take you guys through this last box with me, and hopefully it'll go better than last time I took you guys through the last box. Ugh. This is what I was feeding them with. Everything's kind of rigged here. They've got holes on top, and I flip them over top when they didn't need them anymore because they're on a flow. I just flipped them over. I need to get those tent plugs and drill these holes the right size for tent plugs. So we'll go through this side first. Oops. Go this way. This is a heavy frame. They've been making quite a bit of honey for little tiny hives. They only got 1 quart of feed 5 weeks ago. They've got this box filled out. So she's got this all full of eggs. The other side here is still empty. They're still drawing that out. Here's a queen right there. They got this all full of bee bread. No, this side they have full of bee bread and larvae. We got this side all full of brood. This side's full of eggs. This is one of the ones where it's not loaded up. Some of them have 5 frames of cat brood, like the queen was out of room. This one's got very little cat brood. Some of them took longer to get in their stride. This one's completely full of bee bread. Absolutely packed. Look at all those colors in there. This side's a little brighter. Look at all those colors. Absolutely gorgeous. It's so tight when I try pushing it in there, it just rolls a bunch of bees. I'll add a second box, but so I can keep sitting here. All right, let's see what we got over here. These bees ain't near as hot as they were before I got these new queens that I made. They're still hot. Full of nectar. Both sides. It's full of honey and nectar. Foundation has popped out. Oh crap. Queen is on this frame where I was pushing on the foundation, but it's got that all full of eggs. Queen's down in here. This foundation's all popped out too. This is some of the frames that came with it. I don't know, with those 6 hives that I bought. Well, this one, yeah, I looked at this one earlier, I remember. Need to wait until I don't have bees on it. But they got a bunch of resources on it, so I'll let them have it for now. Pretty nice pattern. These cups are empty. Bee honey, bunch of bee bread, and eggs in the middle, and some milk brood. And she's got a pretty decent pattern here. A couple of the queens had absolute breaks. Pretty awesome. And it would seem that water would get down in these gaps. Now that you're concerned about that at first, but they've kind of got their, propolis along there, and you can push it together and you can feel it stick. And I've only seen one hive that had some water in it. What I need to do is drill a hole in the back of each side, so no matter which way it's tilted, it'll for sure drain out. I don't know why I put all that back together. I gotta put the doubles on for the next box on them. These are those boxes I made from scrap. Made 75 of these now. So today's Friday. Sunday I'm gonna make some more, graft some more queens, and I'll be doing my first round, or my second round of split in a week and a half. It'll only probably be, I still have those 6 hives, the original hives, and they are absolutely loaded, so I can get at least one split a piece from those, and then probably about 10 of these I can take a split out of, or take a frame or two of brood out of. So I'm hoping to make another 12, 15 splits, and then in a couple more weeks I'll be able to do it again. So we'll see where it gets us. This is Sunday, and I'm here at the hive that I was making grafting the queens from. It's a hive that I got from a friend of mine because it's got gentle bees, and I want to get those gentle genetics into my bees. So I said I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna graft a few, make like 10 splits, but I can't graft because it flipping swarmed on me. So like 3 weeks ago, I pulled out, well, actually 5 weeks ago when I made the other splits, pulled out some brood from this one, put it in that nuke box, and made a backup split. I actually made a couple of them, but the one was no good. So I made a backup split, and really, knocked that hive back, gave it plenty of room, and I didn't check it, and I should have been checking it. And now it swarmed, and it's a friend of mine's, and he was still wanting to make honey off of this hive, so I feel pretty bad about that. And they do have a new gorgeous laying queen in there. They have hardly any brood and a fraction of the bees. Like, they were bearding like crazy before. It was a very strong hive, and they were up in the honey super. They did make, there's probably 20 pounds of nectar up in there, but with the amount of bees and on our honey flow, they should have had that packed out. That was my first giveaway. And they only have eggs, and maybe they don't have any capped brood. Well, they might now, but they didn't on Friday when I came up here and checked. So I will not be grafting queens today because I don't have the nurse bees in my cell builders here to sufficiently graft queens from, or to raise the grafts. So now I'm going to do something that I've never done before. These bees are gentle. As you can see, I'm standing here without any protection on, but I've never went into a beehive without gloves on. That's something I've been wanting to do. And so I'm needing to put this split into a box. I'm gonna put it right behind it, and I'm gonna attempt to do it without gloves on. Now I brought gloves just in case. Got the smoker going, just for moving this one little hive. But I'm nervous, I'm pounding, but I won't get any confidence if I don't ever do it. I'm giving them a box full of comb, because I actually have some comb from my dead out colonies last year that, how I talked about being a bee haver instead of a beekeeper. And as you also notice, I'm still wearing this full suit because I'll take it one step at a time. I don't know if this will help, but it makes me feel better. Maybe it covers my scared pheromones. Look at that. She's a bricklayer. Both sides. Alright, lots of brood. Packed full of brood. So far, so good. I don't know why. It's just a bee sting if they sting me, but like, my heart is pounding. But I like that so much better. Before when I got gloves, so clumsy. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Not in my other colonies yet. They're still a little hot. And I don't wanna lose my confidence. So I'm gonna keep doing it when I work these and once my others get more calmed down. The next thing is working without this suit, because in the summer, it's blazing hot. You don't need a jacket yet in the middle of the summer. So the next step will be is trying to work without this and to realize that a bee sting is just a bee sting. Like, they're not that bad. But I knew, you know, when you're a kid, you know, you're always scared of bees, and now it's just, but you know, the more I do it, the more confidence I'll get. And I also want to mention, I am absolutely blown away by my last video. I put it up, and in 9 days, got like 20 something views. Then boom, overnight, I got, or like in a day, I got like 4,000 views and 250 subscribers and tons of amazing comments. Like, you guys are awesome. I am blown away. I appreciate all the support. Follow along. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. God bless you. I'll see you next time.